Hey fellow Star citizens, Scrapchat here. In today's video, we're going to go over distribution centers, which are expected to be part of the 3.23 patch slated for Q2 this year. So, what are distribution centers in Star Citizen going to look like? Well, to me, they look like bunkers on steroids times 10. They will be located on different planets, and I'm assuming moons too, and are effectively sponsored by different brands from around Stanton. The one that appeared during Inside Star Citizen had the Grey Cat logo plastered on the side of the distribution center, so I could effectively see one for Drake, Crusader, and maybe even Bearing. According to the devs, there are large facilities with landing pads and hangars, as well as some air defense turrets. On the inside, they said we'd have access to the lobby, some side rooms like kitchenettes, maintenance spaces, and they specifically mentioned sleeping habs. Now, think about that for a minute. That means you can exit the game while at a distribution center and spawn there in one of the habs. At least that's how I'm interpreting the fact that there'll be sleeping habs. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. One shop I didn't see was a medical center, so I'm not sure if we could set that as a spawn point for when you die. That would be pretty cool though. In the lower section of the DC is where the real action seems to be taking place. There'll be a warehouse where all the commodities will be stored, along with what looks like a maze of rooms, corridors, cargo areas, shipping depots, and security access to the outside. The devs went further in describing the types of missions that we'll be able to complete at the DCs. I had to laugh a little because when they were categorizing the missions, it reminded me a lot of the old Dungeons & Dragons character alignment chart in my player's handbook. Here's how they categorize the missions. We have aggressive lawful, unaggressive lawful, aggressive unlawful, and unaggressive unlawful. The gist is that the DC can act as a bunker for missions. It can also act as a location to buy and sell commodities. It can also act as a place to make package deliveries. It can even act as a location to commit assassinations, like some of the bounty missions that require you to kill one person in a bunker. The devs also claim that some missions could be completely self-contained within the distribution center itself. So I could see you running delivery missions from one part of the DC to another. And if you decide to take one of the assassination missions, instead of having to deal with all those pesky guards, you could use existing Jeffrey tubes running throughout the facility, take care of business, and do your best to sneak back out. If you want to just go visit a DC without benefit of a mission, the reception you'll receive will be mixed, depending on who's running the joint. In some cases, you can come and go as you please, and SIG seemed to intimate that you could use it as a social gathering spot, while other DCs are definitely not interested in uninvited guests. We'll have to see how that works out. The really crazy part of missions at the distribution centers, though, will be to see how players interact with each other when, say, a player is completing a package delivery mission, meanwhile an org is trying to defend a warehouse from a gang that's trying to overtake it. So no matter what you're doing at one of these distribution centers, don't be too surprised if you run into a group of other players doing something completely different that may have some interaction with what you're up to. I am super stoked for this to show up in the test environment in the next 2 months or so. And when it does, you know I'll be living there, so make sure to subscribe now so you don't miss any of it. And if you're already a subscriber, make sure to leave your referral code in the comments, and we'll randomly pick one and promote it in our next video. And if you're looking for people to play Star Citizen with and talk about the game in Discord, then make sure to join the Discord server I belong to, Star Citizen Friends and Mentoring. The link to the Discord server is in the description. And as always, thanks for watching, and have a great day. Scrapchat out.